Hey, welcome to episode. I just lost the count.
Episode 27 of the Not All Here podcast. It's a extravaganza in here today,
it's
man.
like we, this is an intervention, Jetty.
What?
That's why you put me in the middle?
Exactly.
It's not.
That's why you're in the middle. We came to talk to you because there's an issue, and we wanted to help you. Now, this is episode 27 of the Not All Here podcast. It's your boy EZL, of course.
I'm Jettison, the Bombardier.
Forgot his name for a second. We have some very, 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 very special guests today on the episode. I'm going to let them introduce themselves first with the person to my left.
Hi, I'm P. Should I say more stuff?
No. That's okay. That's okay. We also have, actually, P's returning guest, and then we also have another returning guest.
Me. It's Jew Fresh. That me. And I got my lovely wife on here. Introduce yourself, babe.
Hi, my name is Kizzie, a.k.a. Mrs. Fresh.
Mrs. Fresh.
Oh, wow.
I like that.
The Fresh. The freshest are in the
I was
building.
going to introduce them as the Dunbars.
The dumb. I think the
I like
fresh.
the fresh.
The fresh
That's
sound
cool.
better.
The Freshes?
Yeah,
Yes.
the freshest.
Yeah, the freshest. The fresh.
That's dope.
I don't know. It's something like that. Anyway.
I like that.
But we have I guess it's like this is what you want to call it, Jay, like the not the Love Boat episode, but like the relationship episode.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and this is where I'm gonna put like some little soft music playing, you know. Dun, dun.
I feel the love in that.
No, wrong
Oh,
song.
no. Wrong.
Wrong one. No, that's actually a sad song. But yeah, this is the Not All Here podcast. So we're gonna, trying something new, a little different, and I think this actually is gonna be really dope. So don't mind all the wires and everything. This is just how we do things. How's everybody doing?
Doing good.
Nice.
Holding up.
Holding up.
Yeah.
Gotcha. That sounds good. Drew, you good?
I'm straight, man. Straight.
Good. P.
I feel great.
I'm terrible.
Oh,
no.
And that's why we
got you in the middle.
Listen,
I feel like a fifth wheel.
we're here to help. We're here to
To
help.
help you, man.
I'm not a third wheel.
No,
Fifth
so yeah,
wheel.
because it'd be a fifth. There's 5 of us. So
That's a lot of people.
it's okay, bro.
You're
It's
in the
okay.
middle.
You know, that brings us to our first segment. No, I'm joking. Finding Jetty love. No. But yeah, like, what was I going to say? I was going to say, like, I guess, to be honest, I kind of want to start it off like how we were talking. I know me and Jetty were talking. I know we didn't talk about this. Relationships, right? I actually kind of want to start off with this top 5 that you had.
You want to start?
I want to start.
What's the meme now that people say they woke up and chose violence?
Oh, yeah.
You just want to
Woke up
start
and
the
chose
podcast.
petty.
I mean, because, like, why not? Why
Okay.
not? And I think it actually could expand and we could just go into different things. And, of course, we're just jumping into things.
Dang, bro. you
Yeah, I
taking
know.
it there. All right, so I had an idea.
Because I got a top 5 after yours.
Okay. So we do a top 5 segment, but my top 5 idea was top 5 relationship pet peeves. Basically, what you know.
Dang.
I got a lot of those.
Whoa.
Okay, so relationships in general, like, or
Sure.
like the one that we're in.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Girl, don't get messy, girl.
I'm just trying to be clear.
Let's,
boy.
let's
E, what you think? Which one's more
General?
spicy?
Oh,
Why don't we just leave it, like, open-ended? And then it can get, like, and then that'll go deeper. Be like, wait, is that me? Do I do that?
God.
No.
Oh my god! Wow,
Psychological.
and you said for me not to get messy. This
No.
one.
But no, we can go like kind of one by one. Because Jay, I want you to chime in on too. Even though, like, I mean, of course you're not in a
You got
relationship.
experiences. You're right. You can go from experience,
Yeah,
Right?
of course. So, ladies, before we start, Jetty, hey, holla at Jetty.
Oh yeah,
It's Dr.
You know.
Phil,
Dr. Phil, yeah, exactly.
Dr. Jetty.
Dr. Jetty. What are, like, I guess, top 5 pet peeves in no order? It doesn't have to be like this is like the worst or just or whatever, or however you want to do it. But I'd say in no order. Pet peeves for me, I'll tell you right now. Like I'll start it off. Just
We're
to
gonna
get
do
it
one, 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 one.
Yeah,
Just do it like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
just to go one by one because I think it'll be like a variation, and then maybe we'll agree on certain ones. And because relationships, are very complex. They're amazing, complex. They're like how the galaxy was made. Just a lot of shit going on. But I would say one that is a pet peeve of mine. But I say that also recognizing that I sometimes forget about doing this. is cleanliness, making sure everything's clean. Because I like for things to be nice, and I like, you know, being able to just be like, oh, okay, I got guests coming over. It's nice, people. It's okay to be here. Versus like having to like wipe shit down and just like always, you know, cleaning up and everything. So that's a pet peeve of mine because I enjoy when things are clean. You kind of feel like it's normal, you know.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
I don't like how this is.
That's a pretty like. I feel like that's like the baseline. It's like
Exactly. I just wanted to get it started. Nothing too crazy.
Yeah.
You know.
He's like, let's keep it light.
Yeah, I know. I was like, please.
All right, get in there, girl.
Oh Lord.
This is more of like a general one, but I guess like the whole, I guess the texting courtesy. I don't really understand how that's supposed to work with the expectations when it comes to texting people. And so, like, how often you're supposed to text someone, and that can be, like, a weird miscommunication that I've had before. And, like, having to, these secret rules behind communication via text, that's a pet peeve of mine.
So if you don't text someone for one day, you don't love them.
That's a rule, I guess.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
When
But
you're
is
like,
that a pet peeve for you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry.
so do you mean like? Because I think it's different for people who live together versus people who live apart. Because I don't need to text him. I don't need him to text me when I know he's at home.
Yeah.
But I guess when we didn't live together, when we were long distance for a while, I probably expected at least, hi, good morning, I'm alive.
Yeah.
I think everybody enjoys like a good morning text, you know, like, hey, I was thinking of you. But I also
guess.
I understand that, and I know I'm actually sometimes for me I'll say like that took a little. I used to be kind of like I want, you know, especially if you're with someone that you really just like will enjoy being around, you enjoy seeing that. Oh, I hope they text me good morning, or you be the one that texts, and then just that little interaction to kind of. What is it like? It's just a positive interaction, I guess, you know, and it makes you feel good, makes you feel wanted, makes you feel like they care, you know. But I've also been on the other end where sometimes I'm like, yeah, not today, but but like that's just me. But I understand that, I get that.
All right, I'm gonna keep it with the texting kind of thing. I think sometimes we have like someone will have. They'll want an expected response, right? Mm-hmm. So someone will send you something, and then you'll reply to it, and then they'll be like, "That's what you got out of that?" And it's like, I don't know what you wanted me to get out of it. Sometimes people will send me something, and I'll just be like, "What? Why did they send me this? What am I supposed to say?
Oh,
Can I just text back LOL?" And then they're like, "Oh, you just said LOL? Like that's it?"
Give an example.
Yeah. I know
just
you have
like,
one. I know you have one.
Just stupid memes or just anything like things. Somebody will send me something and I really won't understand. Like, why did they send me this? Like, what is my response supposed to be?
Oh.
And then if I don't respond in the right way, they're like, what?
I got you. You kind of feel like. Does it feel like wasted time? Like you're like, why are you like you were saying like, why'd they send this to me? Do you feel like it would have been better had they not send it?
Yeah. Or just tell me what to say and I'll just type it. You know what I mean?
What do you want? I feel like also it's like what are you doing?
Yes.
What if they want to make you laugh, Jetty?
Well, is it like, are they texting you like a paragraph of, oh my God, I just love you so much and blah, 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 blah. And then you're like, cool.
No. I know how to interpret a paragraph of you telling me something. It's stupid internet culture now with like a meme or even with like, it could be something deeper than that, but if I don't give the expected response, it's like,
yeah, gotcha. And then look bad on. They make you like it makes you look bad for some reason.
Yeah,
I got that. Kind of, they're expecting something from you. Yeah. When you don't give them what they want, they're like, you jerk.
It's like they want me to have the exact same reaction.
Oh, I got you.
Like, oh, I love that too. Oh, I hate that too. And I'm just looking at it like,
I got you.
I'm neutral. I don't know what's going on.
That makes sense. I get that.
Man, I don't even
Mr. Fresh? Mr. Fresh?
I don't even know.
You gotta come up with 5 of these, man.
I know, you have to come up with 5 of these.
Because y'all already took like the 2.
Can we come up with 5 each?
I can come up with 10. No,
Okay.
I'm
Oh
joking.
my
Damn.
gosh.
I mean, there's
I'm joking.
plenty.
I just call me, I guess, you know.
Just call me.
Just
Pick
call
up
me.
the phone.
You know, sometimes, you know, on text and stuff, man, just call me. You know,
You just
especially
want-
if it's long or we have some type of like complication or something like
Yeah.
that. Just call me. I'm the type of person that like, hey, just call. We can just talk about this, man. All this texting and stuff, man. Nah.
Oh, I get that. So you're big on communication?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense because,
You could misinterpret a lot of things through text, and I can just feel what you're
Yeah.
trying to tell me through calling. So.
I agree. 100%.
100%.
That makes sense.
I'm glad that he's like that because I like to call. I prefer to call because I'm like I have many things to say, so I might as well just, you know.
Yeah.
And it's even better than a super long voice memo because
Oh, yeah.
who wants to sit and not do anything else
And
and
you
listen to
can't,
this voice memo?
like, scrub
You can't do
them.
anything.
You can't go back.
And then if you press stop by accident, you gotta
Start
restart
over.
it.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Exactly.
I'm to sort of chime in on that real quick because like that's one thing I kind of don't understand when people do those voice text memo things or whatever. I'm like,
My mom does them.
I know your mom does. It's kind of when your mom does, it's kind of cute because she's talking very like loving and like, hey, how's it going? You know, it's not very loving, you know. Versus like I've had people who do that to like it's like very rare for me, but like they'll either text or call. But like when people do it, I feel very weird because it's like, why you do this to me? Why don't you just either just call me, just take that extra little step or whatever? But it doesn't make sense to me.
Yo, I'm the only one that loves the voice memo.
I
love it.
do like voice memos.
It's like a conversation, but I'm not on the spot. I can think for like 30 seconds.
and
Like,
then respond.
how do I respond to this shit?
That's funny. I get that.
Yeah, me and my friends use it for karaoke. That's lame. I'm sorry, but yeah.
I get that. That's dope. I actually have another one because I had thought about it on the when y'all were all listening. One big pet peeve, and this is in previous relationships because this one like is perfect, but like the perfect balance of allowing me to be an individual versus being in a relationship. So that space, you know, I think I'm a person who enjoys very much alone time to be with my thoughts, to do what I need to do to handle my business. Versus, I remember I was in a relationship in college, and I was with a person who she was always up under me, like always. She always wanted me 24/7, and I was like, I appreciate the love, but this is too much, you know. And it was a lot, and it went through so much. And so, like, one of my pet peeves is just allowing me to sort of, I don't want to say be a man, so to speak, but necessarily just be an individual to be like, you know, I want to go do this. Let me go over here by myself or something, you know. And sometimes I do that. And don't get me wrong, I enjoy going places with my partner. But sometimes, like, when I go to the gym, like, I love going to the gym, you know. And, like, it's a good time for me to sort of, like, I guess, think, lift these weights, get some stresses out, and just, yeah. I'd say that's one for me. But
I'm trying to think of one.
It's hard.
Well, while you're thinking, I'll just comment on that. I think that you have to allow your partner the space to be themselves. Really, you have to let them know that you trust them to be their own individual person.
yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
That makes perfect sense. I get that. Oh no!
Still not done great, so I'll
Well, we can always
you
skip
got
around.
Did you not have one?
I don't think
Did he?
I
He
had
went-
one
he didn't-
specifically. I think I just mentioned voice memos. And,
Yeah, what's yours?
pet peeves. No, I'm going blank.
Uh-oh. It's okay. I got another one. No.
Okay. I got one. And this is actually going a little deeper.
Uh-oh.
One of my pet peeves is going somewhere with my partner, and lack of presence. I think a lot of us struggle with being present in a moment, and yeah, it's just like trying to have like a moment together and just like seeing them like on their phone or like just spacing out or something like that. And it's like, hello, are you here?
Yeah.
But yeah.
That makes
Very
sense.
2021 right there.
I'm always worried that I'm the one doing that.
You're spacing or not?
Spacing, or well, we both are spacers.
Yeah,
we're both like
In our own little world.
but I don't know, water sign. Whatever.
Yeah, probably.
But I'm on my phone a lot, and sometimes I'm like, whoa. This is like the thing that people talk about is like a bad thing, and so I need to put my phone down, right? That's like what
Yeah.
I'm supposed to do.
Yeah.
That's what they say.
What's funny is like sometimes I think we have like the good what is it, like a good balance of it, because I'm not gonna lie, sometimes when she's spacing, I'm spacing, and then we just come back to earth like at the same time. Yeah, and then I think there are some times where like one of us, I feel like I've seen it once or twice where like one of us will come back down to earth first and then just be like, just waiting, you know, which is fine, because I think I'll be thinking, I'm like, all right, what have I got to do today? You know, have I accomplished any goals? Did I do anything? Blah, blah, blah. And then sometimes I know she can account for a fact that I'm always in my world because I'm always laughing to myself about stuff in my head that I'm thinking is funny. And I'm like a comedian in my head and I'm just telling myself these jokes. And so, but I also try to, I think when it comes to like going out to eat or going somewhere and trying to spend sort of like that, not intimate time, but like just
Quality time.
Thank you. Yeah, quality time. I always try to make sure to like, okay, let me put my phone in my pocket, or you know, if we're going out to eat, I'm gonna put this, not even bring it out, and just sort of like be here with my partner, and just enjoy it, because so that way they know that I'm not just here, I'm on my, you know.
And I meant that too about friends as well.
Oh yeah,
because like you don't want to just be with your, because if you're not really with your friends if you're all just like on your phone.
Yeah.
Or, you know.
Okay, that makes sense. Did you think of one?
Oh God.
It's okay if not. It's okay.
You can go.
All right, I got one. I think sometimes people, when they have a partner, they want full agreement. I think it's fine to have disagreements. I think it's fine to have different opinions. You know what I mean? Just because you're a Democrat, you know what I mean, your partner could be a Republican, you know what I mean?
Oh boy.
That's tough.
Could be.
Could be, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think everyone has to agree on everything,
Yeah.
and I don't think that would destroy a relationship, but I think some people allow it to.
Yeah.
Because there's certain things that you can't maybe,
what are those called? Like things that you just can't like compromise on?
Yeah, so there's maybe certain things you can't compromise on, but I don't think partners have to agree on everything.
I think I understand that. I was gonna say something else, but I definitely get that, because I think it's good to have people who kind of see from different perspectives, just so that way like it kind of gives you like, oh, I didn't even think about it like that way, you know.
Yeah.
Right.
But I'm not. I've seen people who actually are with people that agree on everything, and sometimes I'm like, I wonder what that's like.
I think I think it's like you said, certain aspects of things. Like if you disagree on some things, you probably just won't be able to get past it. Because like if you want a cohesive household, that's just not. It just can't work.
Yeah.
There has to be like general agreements that are like,
Yeah.
these are the things that I can't handle. you
Absolutely
being-
must.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I get that. I think I know it might be the type of person that I am, because like I think for me at first, because I like we'll be the first to like, we're for almost like two different worlds, me and her, and what's it called? We're like
Yin and yang.
Yeah, basically, because I'm very traditional in a sense of like, I feel like everybody has roles to play to a certain extent, and then she's very much like no roles, no nothing, no nothing.
Same.
Fuck the system.
Yeah, fuck the system
Same.
and all this.
No, I'm not fucking the system.
Just
I
slightly.
simply am absent from any system.
Yeah. And so it's very interesting, and it makes like, I think I remember like when she was telling me just how she sees the world and stuff, and at first I was like, whoa, this is real different. I've never met anybody like this before. But it was an interesting perspective. I'm like, oh, okay, I could see that. And then I was like, well, this is fine, because I think I realized me in this relationship, like I'm very flexible. Like I'm okay. I'm not sort of just stuck on one thing. I'm like, this I gotta be. I can be like, okay, what if we moved a little bit this way? Or I'm always for trying to meet in the middle. Be like, hey, let's just meet in the middle. Because like I think I'm all about balance, like finding a balance between the two, because I think balance is probably the most important thing in a relationship, of making sure everybody gets their say, or they kind of feel like this is what I think, and then kind of meet in the middle, because that way everybody's happy, right?
Sure.
Versus just it's always my way, in that way, and because to me that's not healthy,
Yeah.
It's not at all. Yeah.
Opposites attract. So.
Yeah. Ain't that the truth? No. Would y'all say y'all are opposites a lot, or do y'all have more similarities?
I think it's a nice balance of both.
I feel like we have more similarities than differences.
Okay.
But we do have differences.
Okay, that makes sense. Was there ever like a big, like for me, I had like moments where I was shocked, but it's because I never met anybody with her like how she views things, and I was like, whoa, because I'm so traditional. Did y'all ever have a moment like that where you're like, oh, like wow, this is real different with each other, or it was more like, oh, okay, this is like, I guess I don't know how to say it, like peaceful or just. I don't know if I'm making sense.
Were there ever differences that really bothered you?
Oh, yeah, that's a question.
I don't think so. I don't think so, actually.
Aw.
We have disagreements.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's a beautiful thing. I love to talk. So
She does. She does. I'm just a chill type, man.
and
Chill.
so he'll just be sitting there and if I say something that like triggers him
Then I'll talk.
and
Yeah.
by accident,
By accident.
then he'll be like, well, what do you mean? And I'll be like, what do you mean? What do I mean?
That's hilarious.
The Houston Rockets don't suck.
Oh my god.
Hey, now, calm down. I am a fan as well.
We're similar in that department.
That's hilarious.
It's hard to be a
I
fan.
dig that. We can do, I think, just one more little thing because I know this is what 5 of us, so that's like 10. We'll just. Does anybody have one more? Like, I already forgot the word for it. Pet peeve.
The pettiness.
I hate when
The
the person.
pettiness. Ooh.
No, I was gonna say, I'm about to do something petty right here.
Oh.
Toilet tissue, on top or under.
On top.
On top, always.
I don't care.
Wait, do you do it under?
Guys, this is new information.
Whoa.
Excuse me.
What you talking about? This
exclusive.
ain't new. When we be putting the rolls right there, and then you put under and over.
I've never witnessed you put it under.
Yeah, I
put
do
it
it. I
under?
do it because of you. Because on top.
Oh my God.
God.
Guys, he's an under?
No, it's not under. It's just like I don't care. Like if it's under, if it's over, I don't care. I just grab it.
Fine.
It doesn't matter.
I prefer over.
Seems easier.
I like to sit the roll of toilet paper on top of the thing.
No.
Oh my god.
Negative.
I believe you. No.
That is a
You're
pet
a
peeve.
monster. You're a
That's
monster.
hilarious.
I think I agree over. Although there have been times where it's been under, and I think for a second I'm like, what the hell? But then I'm like, it really don't matter. It's just.
You probably did it.
No, I never do it. It's always over. It's always over because that's how the world works.
I didn't know there was a distinction. I
It's
didn't
like
even
weird-
know that.
I didn't know either.
I didn't-
I really
Rolling it
did.
from under is just real chaotic. I feel
It's like it's touching the wall.
yeah.
Is that not weird
it's
for
really-
anybody?
It's too
Yeah.
much.
I think I think I saw a video somewhere where people were arguing like the same question, and some people said the reason why they do it like that is because some people, when they're going to wipe, they can circle their hand with the paper easier that way versus the other way. That's
I guess.
what I saw.
Okay.
All right.
To each their own.
But they're still monsters. but yeah. So that's the top 5. I had a question that I wanted to ask you all because I think we have an interesting group here because we all kind of span different age ranges, and we kind of have maybe different views on relationships compared to where you all kind of grew up. Because I know I'm a little bit older. I'm 32, right? Mm-hmm. I grew up in a different time versus how I would say people are doing relationships now. So, like, for example, of course, before we didn't have, like these dating apps and stuff like that. Do you think that finding people and getting into a relationship has gotten a lot easier or harder, would you say? Like finding, like, I guess, genuine, like, relationship or love, so to speak.
It's funny.
I think it depends. It depends on what you're looking for. Because I think apps make it easier to like hook up.
Yeah.
I personally know somebody who is like serial Tinder
Whoa.
all the time, like literally like swiping at work type of
okay.
thing. It's like almost an addiction.
Okay.
But for authenticity, I think it's harder to find that just because most people are on the app for the same reason, which is, quick 5-minute thing. Then we go our separate ways. But I think it's cool because we met online, really.
Really?
So, yeah. You can tell that
MySpace.
story if you want.
Was it MySpace?
Yeah.
MySpace.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Y'all went to school together.
No, we
MySpace?
Love
Yes.
story in MySpace? Oh my.
I'm gonna let you tell it because I didn't know the whole story
They should
behind
make
it.
a movie about y'all.
I didn't know the whole story behind y'all, so hey, I'll tell my side. My side, I was just online and I was how we, high
typing.
school typing and stuff, meeting random people. It's MySpace, it's new and everything, so I'm just meeting friends or whatever. So I met this girl through MySpace. I was like, shoot, she look kind of cute. Let me mess her up. So we start talking and everything, and I thought she was nice and she thought I was cool too. So start hitting her up, telling her I like her and stuff, and then I didn't hear from her from a while. I was like, all right. And then next thing you know, a couple of days later, she pops up. I'm like, who is this? And the first thing she said was, she was like, you cute, right? I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like,
Guys, full disclosure, guys.
We
I
was like
15.
15, 16 at the time. So in that time frame,
I was learning.
she's like, you cute, right? I'm like, all right, fam, nah. I denied her instantly. I was like, nah, I'm kind of about to talk to somebody. So yeah, we're going to dead that right now. And she kind of left me alone. And I ain't hear nothing, hear nothing else from her or the girl I was trying to talk to. And I'm gonna let her pick it up from there.
Oh, okay.
I was actually not interested in him at first. In fact, I thought he was kind of obnoxious at the time. So I was like, Anyway, so I was talking with one of my friends, and she's like, hey, I found this guy, he goes to Willow Ridge, and he's like cute, but I'm really not sure.
They went to the
about
same
him.
school, by the way. I didn't know that.
Me and the friend.
Okay.
But she's like, I want you to see if he's like shady or not. And I was like, okay. So I went into his, what was it called?
Inbox.
Was it just
Private
inbox?
message.
It was not DM'd back
It wasn't
then.
DM.
But yeah, and so I was like, hey, you cute, right? And then he didn't respond, and so I went back to her, and I was like, he didn't bite, so I guess you're good.
Wow, so you was just testing the waters.
Yeah, and
Wow.
and she didn't talk about him at all. Like, months and months went by, and she didn't say anything, and then we were just in class, and I was like, hey, whatever happened to that one guy?
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, I don't like him. And I was like, did you ever talk to him? And she's like, not really. And I was like, okay.
Wow.
It's kind of a blur from there. I don't really know. I think we were just like talking about random stuff.
Yeah.
Just as friends or whatever.
Yeah. And it kind
Y'all
of
y'all were both in Houston, right?
yeah, we both live in Houston.
Okay.
But we never went to the same school.
Who asked who out first?
I did.
You were
Yeah.
like, hey, shawty.
On Yahoo, guys.
Yeah,
On Yahoo. Wow, Yahoo Messenger? No.
Yahoo Messenger.
We graduated from MySpace
Messenger.
to Yahoo Messenger, guys.
Really?
Yahoo Messenger.
Wow.
Using the apps.
That was when emojis
First
started to become a thing. So
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's funny how that worked out. Cause that's interesting. Cause I know. Do you mind if I tell them?
Yeah.
Okay. So we met online, and but we met through an app. We met through
Hinge.
Hinge. Thank you. Hinge, and that was like
I
an
love
app.
those commercials.
Yeah,
That's commercial.
And it's fun. I've only seen one of them, but yeah, we met on Hinge because I think it was like for more serious, blah blah blah, whatever. And it was funny because I think the way that I found her was like, of course, I was at the time looking. I was like, I'm looking for a person I can be with. I want love. That's what I want. And then it was scrolling through. Before her, I actually had matched with somebody else. And it was actually this girl who was a photographer. And at the time, y'all know, I was heavy into photography and videography and stuff. And we were actually supposed to go out, but she canceled on me because she had an event to cover. And I was like, yeah, that's cool. And then we matched up. And then I was like, okay, she cute. I was like, all right, she's in Atlanta. Okay, that's cool. And we were talking and messaging. And it's funny because we were messaging for a while. And then she was like, What did you ask me or you were thinking it? You were like,
I think you asked me.
I asked her out, but I know you were like, when is this dude gonna ask me out?
Yeah, I was just like, we just keep talking on this thing.
We just like,
What's up?
because I'm very like when it comes to like asking out, I take my time. Like I'm slow. Like I'm just like no. I just gotta make sure it's real. I gotta do my thing. I'm not out here just trying to run around. And but it was funny because I think we started to talk and it was like super fun. And I was like, wow, I really like her. And then the photographer girl actually came back and she was like, hey, I'm free if you want to link up. And then I remember I was leaving work. I remember the exact day. And I was like, oh. And then I texted the photographer girl and I was like, hey, I'm actually talking to somebody. And out of respect for her, like, I don't want to, keep talking to you and lead you on or anything like that. Mm-hmm. So I just want to be respectful and be like, hey, I think I'm going to go this way. And then she was like, I appreciate you. It's okay. I wish you good luck.
Good on you.
Yeah, we here. She's like, good luck on your journey.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Yeah. It's very interesting because I think it took me a minute because I didn't believe in these apps or whatever. Mm-hmm. I was very against it, like Tinder and Bumble and all these other apps. I was very against it because I was very like old school where I was like, no, you got to meet them face to face. Like you got to do that. And then I think what happened was when I stopped looking and I kind of was like just taking care of myself. And then I was like, I think I'm ready. And then I just gave it like a chance, and that's when she popped up.
Well, look at that.
Oh, should make a movie.
I was trying to have fun. But then Tinder is like perilous. I was on that app, and I'm like, oh no, the energy's on Tinder real bad. So it's just like, well, Hinge seems nicer. Yeah. Like it seems like the energy coming from this app doesn't feel as terrifying. I don't feel like I'm gonna get murdered. Honestly, truthfully, that's like why I got on Hinge, is because I'm like, Tinder is just real. Something's wrong with that app. And then Hinge felt nicer. And then I was playing, was having fun. And then I think I was about to delete the app because I was just like, okay, now I don't want to do this anymore. I'm kind of over it. And then I think you like matched me back after that.
Yeah.
Wow. And like right when I was about to delete it, I was like, oh, okay. And then he started messaging me and I'm like, I'm trying to delete the app. So can you let's not be on here anymore.
Speed this up.
But then you did. And so I was like, sweet, so now I can delete the app because I didn't want to be on here anyway.
I think that was the first time we have this thing where like sometimes we're thinking the same thing and like it takes a minute and then we kind of just like, do you want to go do this? And like, yeah. And it's like, finally, I was like, we're just on the same level,
Guys,
same frequency.
We had the same dream once. I'm not kidding.
Really?
Yes.
I'm not kidding.
All right, what was the dream?
Oh, man. I don't know. I know we was in the car. Some cops was.
Yes, I remember we were about to get arrested.
Yeah.
And like we woke up at like the exact same time, and I was like,
"That's crazy."
Wild.
I was like, "Oh my God!" I just had a dream that we almost went to jail, and he was like, "No, you didn't," and I was like, "I did."
I did.
I don't know how that happened at all.
Yeah, I don't know why
so
we were gonna
wild.
go to jail. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just remember being terrified.
Wow. That's really wild. That's damn, that's crazy. It's very interesting.
What do you think about the
Yeah, what do you think about Jetty?
I'm for it.
You're for it?
I'm for it.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like Jetty, you're for everything, to be honest.
My most meaningful relationship I met on ratemybody.com.
I'm sorry. What is that?
Ratemybody.com.
What?
I'm sorry. What is that?
Are you serious right now?
Yes.
Yes, he's serious.
I need you. I need you to explain what that.
So it was a website. I was in college, and you can like give people, you can rate them a number 1 through 10, and then
I remember
Wait.
that. I remember that.
Interesting.
Were you on there?
I wasn't on there. I just remember it and I was like, this is a bad idea.
What? You could just go in there and rate people, and then message people, and then yeah.
Wow.
That is insane.
Do they see your rating? Could they see?
No, but they get like a score. So like
It's like an overall score.
Yeah, you can
Of all the
see
people
the
how much
hots
they
and the
rate.
knots and
Oh my God.
I think I saw it and I was like, why would you set yourself up for this? Like I always looked at it, I was like, no.
good times.
That's hilarious.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Wow, Jetty.
Wow.
Right? Everybody.
I can't.
Everybody's in shock.
Well, that's amazing.
Yeah.
How did that happen? Like,
Oh yeah,
How did that
like so.
develop?
How did you and the person?
you rated them and they were like, you think I'm a 10?
We just started messaging, and then we eventually took it to like AOL Instant Messenger.
I mean, so you rated her a 10, right?
I don't remember. Probably.
Oh my god. He's like, yeah, girl, you were 11 for me.
If y'all took it that far, y'all went past.
It's just kind of like, you know how on Tinder it's just swipe, 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 swipe,
Yeah.
swipe. This was just like
Okay.
the 2000 version of that. 10, 8, 9, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Oh, so you was just going through.
Yeah, I guess it's the same.
Yeah, it's the same. That's so wild to me, though.
I guess it sounds fucked up, but at the time it was fun.
I mean, it was, it was what was going
Yeah.
on. It was what happened at the time. It's very interesting. Very, very interesting.
Wow.
That's cool.
Y'all had these heartwarming stories, and mine was
Well, no,
just-
I've had my fair share of bad stories, talking and trying to work stuff out, and like I remember I had one time when I first moved to Atlanta, here. I remember I was like, I'm gonna meet somebody. How do I meet people? And then of course I got on the dating apps, and I remember I went out with this girl, and it's so funny. Like she actually dissed me. Like when we first met, it was because like I think I was wearing something regular, just me being me, and she was like, "Why'd you wear that on our date?" And I was like, "I mean, this is what I'm wearing." She's like, "You could have been nicer."
What?
And then we went to a movie, and but she was kind of crazy, but she was very like trying to jump into something, because I think we went to a movie and she was like, "Can I hold your hand?" And I was like, sure. And she was like holding my hand, and then after we left I was like, I think I'm good, we don't have to go out again. Yeah, just because like me, that's very suspicious to me. I feel like either she was gonna try to kill me, or she was like, she didn't really know who she was yet, and she was just kind of trying to feel like she was panicking to find somebody or something. And I'm like, I don't want no drama. So but there's been many times I've had like horrible like dating things where I was just that I've done a lot of ghosting. So just because I ain't want to.
Dang.
Wow.
Dang, bro.
I mean,
A lot of ghosts.
it is what it is, man.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. I can't help it. I'm looking to be happy.
I feel it.
It is what it is.
It is what it did.
Do you want to go right into it, or you?
How much time were we?
We're at 40.
Okay, I guess we could.
You want to go right into? Okay.
Unless y'all got like some relationship advice
Ooh.
for
Let's talk love. That's the segment.
Tissue paper, actually.
yeah.
Sorry.
Let's talk love. Ooh, yeah. You know what?
put the toilet paper over.
Oh my god.
Over.
That's my advice
Please.
for all you guys out there.
I have I think a good segment. Let's
Put the
talk
toilet
love.
seat down.
Boy, oof.
Oh man.
We always put it down.
Flush the toilet.
Yeah. Flush the toilet.
Oh yeah.
Flush
It's really easy to
the
forget.
toilet.
It is.
Because if you always close it, then it's like, did I flush?
I have forgotten.
She has.
So
I'm
sorry.
It's really easy to forget.
trying to think. I thought I had something to add to it, but I don't.
No advice.
Well, no. I mean, I was gonna say, but what's a piece of advice y'all would give to the young ones coming up behind us, like the ones that are just now finding out. They're like, wow, love is a thing.
do you want to
man.
go first?
I don't even know. Cause
I'm still learning.
I don't know, cause everybody's different, man. Like for us, like we, I mean, I guess we kind of knew that we was gonna be together forever. Like we really did know, and all this, the struggles and stuff we've been through, especially with me being in the military and being away from home, and just seeing her us deal with that at a young age and stuff. Man, it was tough.
Yeah.
Like tough, and God kept on making us come back together like that. Like
I
every
tried
time.
so hard to get away from
Me
it.
too.
Wow.
I tried so hard.
Yes.
He
Like
was
we
like,
didn't think
I'm
it was
getting the
gonna
hell out
work.
this country.
Dang.
Wow.
We really didn't think it was gonna work, but
I'm glad you're getting on that boat.
That's hilarious.
now somehow we just kept making it work, and here we are. I mean, you got anything to add? Or?
I don't know if that was really advice.
I mean, it's not a.
But that was
I mean,
beautiful.
that's why. I mean,
That
my
was
advice is
beautiful.
everybody different. I mean, it depends on what you're looking
Honestly,
for.
though,
I mean, like for real, I can't give you advice. You kind of have to experience it. Like we went through the experience together.
Yeah.
To know what you really want and what you want.
People will see people's relationships and they're like, oh, that's what it's supposed to be like. We're
Sure.
supposed to be like that.
Exactly.
And it's so different for every single.
Like it's not no one size fit all thing.
Literally every day the relationship is different. So it's like, how can how do we really know what's best? What do you like? Are you having a good time in the relationship? Yeah. Okay, keep going then.
Yeah.
I would say, I guess this is probably a 2-in-1.
Yeah.
Is knowing your threshold.
Yep.
Because there's a fine line between, working through things and making sure things work, and just allowing yourself to be in a situation that's just not working. And there's no specific advice for that. Unfortunately, it's like you said, it's different for everybody.
Yeah.
But on the other side, I would say, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of being evenly yoked. I don't know if you've ever heard of that.
Yeah.
No, what's that?
I was raised in the church.
Yeah, so they use the analogy in church, but it makes a lot of sense. So if you have a cart and you have 2 ox pulling this cart,
Yeah.
right? If you have one that is refusing to move and the other's just dragging the other one along, like, you have to be evenly yoked in that way. And they talk about it in the church as like spiritually, but I think it's true in careers, what you want to do in your life. You have to encourage the other and pull the other along with you.
Yeah.
So.
I get that. I would say that although I know for me, I definitely understand everybody is different. I do think though that the differences in between the differences are also similarities. In I guess how relationships can work, or I guess work to their full potential. For example, like one of my key things that I'm learning about myself that I think a lot of people would benefit from is, one, knowing who you really are, knowing yourself enough before you really just jump into a relationship, and also trying to heal as much. If you're not, like, if you've dealt with a lot of trauma in your life and, a lot of maybe things that you just haven't really vocalized about your past, whether it be your family, friends, or just certain situations that happen, because those things will pop up in a relationship, and they might affect how you communicate with your partner or how you sort of like deal with things in the relationship, and then I would say also, for me, trying to understand your partner, because what I've had to learn a lot, and I'm always learning in this relationship, where it's like you like to have things done a certain way and you like things to play out a certain way, but so does your partner, and sometimes you guys might not see it the same way. And you might be like, it should play like this. And they're like, well, no, it should play out like this. And kind of being like, okay. And in saying that as well, it's like learning, like your partner's love language, and just how they enjoy things. Because I think, and then I'm also just speaking for myself, because I know some people are like, man, I don't give a fuck about love language. Whatever. But like, I know me, I kind of am 50-50, where like sometimes I enjoy catering to my partner. Like I enjoy doing things that make them happy because it makes me happy. You know what I mean? Very giving. Now, don't get me wrong, sometimes I'm very selfish because I just love myself like that. But it's, I know that she loves flowers, so I'll try to bring flowers to surprise her to make her feel better. I know she likes to eat at certain places. I know she likes things a certain way. It makes her life easier. So, for me, it's like learning stuff like that, I think helps, and it just makes the relationship just like stronger and also like just more fun. You know what I mean? And I would say that. So
yeah, I would say back on your comment of what was the first thing you said?
Healing yourself.
Yeah, that one.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes. Self-awareness is very important, and it's hard.
Yeah.
Because somebody could be saying, "Hey, you're doing X, Y, Z," and you're like, "No, I'm not." It's trying to like protect your own ego, and it's like you have to drop that if you're gonna be successful in a relationship.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then I'd say one more thing to add to that, because I think I was thinking about this today, and we've talked about this, is also allowing yourself to be vulnerable, like in a relationship, because that's one thing that I'm like dealing with, because like for a long time there's a lot of stuff I've had to deal with, and I kind of what people do sometimes, we put up these walls to protect ourselves, and when you kind of do that, you're kind of cutting off like a part of yourself from your partner, you know, and your partner's, you know, I think for how I see it, your partner is like supposed to be, that's like your partner, you know, they're there to help you, you know, and the more like that you allow yourself to be vulnerable and let them in on things and stuff and just sort of really understand you and why you are the way that you are, I think that'll help give them a better understanding, like, oh, okay, this makes sense. And then I think that way it kind of clears up any miscommunication of like, whoa, why are they acting like this, you know, and it can save a lot of headaches.
And I don't think that's exclusive to just romantic relationships too, because it's especially with family, with people you call your best friends, like you need to be able to show yourself to them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Jetty?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great advice.
Great advice, Jetty.
Go out there and you do it.
Go and chase your dreams.
Do the things.
Fall in love.
Go do the thing.
Indeed.
Do the thing.
Exactly. Okay, well, I think we're at that moment in the podcast. We're at the Not All Here moment. And here at the Not All Here podcast, where we talk about moments where maybe we weren't all there. You know, we didn't have all the sense in the world, or just, you know, or other experiences as well. Now, this can be about relationships, or it can just be about, you know, a personal moment in your life. You're like, oh, I wasn't really thinking, or something like that.
I want to hear the freshest. We got to hear the freshest.
Oh, the freshest. Okay.
You go first, I guess.
Well, mine
guest,
is not relationship.
Okay. Yeah.
But I have two. I have a shorter one, and then I have a little bit longer one. But don't make fun of me, y'all.
They're probably gonna make fun of you.
When I was little, I used to like Jack in the Box a lot. So we would get like the Jumbo Jacks, and which, by the way, that's not in Atlanta. It's disrespectful.
I know.
But
Real disrespectful.
yeah. So they used to have sesame seeds on the top bun, right? And my mom would take us there all the time. I started planting the sesame seeds. I thought that you could grow a burger. And so I went to my mom and I was like, Mom, why is my burger not growing?
Oh my God.
And she's like, what?
Oh my god.
And then, so on Mom's still, and it's about to be Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all the
Happy
mamas,
early Mother's Day.
mamas out there. Mom, I apologize in advance for the story. But I lied to my mother on Mother's Day.
Wow.
For good reason.
Okay.
So after school, I was in elementary school.
Oh, okay.
And after school, we had like this bayou that I had to walk through to get home. And there were sunflowers over there, like huge sunflowers. And so me and my friends were like, yeah, let's pick all these sunflowers. And I guess time got away from us. And then I walk in the door and I have like these sunflowers in my hands. And my mom is just like sitting at the door with a belt.
Oh, no.
And she's like, where have you been? And I was like, I had to help after school with my teacher. And she's like, I called the school. They let y'all out early. What's going on? And I was like, I got you some flowers. And she's like, great, go put them in the vase.
Oh, no.
And then go wait on me in the room.
Oh.
And y'all can imagine.
Wow.
Yeah, I had that. That was the last whooping I got, like in life.
Wow. That's hilarious.
Woo.
She said, that's great. Now go put them in the vase, but go wait for me.
Correct.
Wow. Oh,
The
my
flowers were
gosh.
going to save the day.
Yes, man.
That's hilarious. You got one?
Oh man.
Oh, boy.
All right.
You woke up and chose violence.
I know.
I did.
Uh-oh.
So we was like, 16, 17 at the time. When I first come to your house?
I think I was 16.
16, so I was 17. Okay, so around that time. And you know, like Afion Crockett, when he did the little parody videos, like
Yeah, I remember those.
like the Jay-Z's and all that stuff. We over here watching videos on YouTube or whatever, like we always do. And I'm sitting there, we over here, you know, laughing and stuff and everything, you know, laughing at him, joking or whatever. And then, I don't know, it was a joke he said or something. It was just so funny, man. I just laughed so hard, man. You know me, I'm goofy as hell. So I'm over here like, she's sitting right here. I'm like, said, shh.
Wow.
Like hard. And you could play the little doo, 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 doo. Like it felt just like that. Like just slow motion. It just I was like,
He was so scared.
I was like, did I do that?
And I just looked at him. It didn't even hurt, but I just looked at him and I was like,
Like we were just confused and looking at each other like.
and he was like, hit me back.
I said, hit me back. You gotta hit me back. She was like, no, it's okay. I was like, no, just hit me back. Hit me back.
My
So I
God.
I didn't hit him back.
You did hit me back.
No, I didn't.
You gave me like tap though.
Not in your face.
Well, not in the face.
Wow. That's wow.
That's the story y'all didn't want to hear last time.
wow.
Yeah, I accidentally slapped.
He said, "Hit me, please hit me."
Not near as bad as I thought it was gonna be.
I know.
I told you.
No.
I can imagine though in the moment you being like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah, I'm like,
I can
oh shit, I
imagine
just
that.
hit my girlfriend.
Oh no! And then the cops come knocking.
She about to call the cops.
Oh Lord! That's hilarious.
Her daddy downstairs.
I got one. I just realized I had forgot about this story because I didn't realize.
College?
No, it wasn't college. It was high school before college. Still, I got into a lot of mistakes growing up. Anyway, so growing up, I went to Jacksonville High School. Shout out to Jacksonville, even though I don't even know how it looks now. But a lot of stuff has changed. So, of course, in high school, as you got older, like towards the seniors, you could bring a car. You could get a permit to bring your car and drive to school, right? So I was like, yo, I want to do that. And like at the time, my mom, we had like this red Ford pickup truck, right? And like I was like, yo, mom, you mind if I take the car? Just whatever. She's like, be safe. Just be safe. Just don't do anything dumb. Just whatever. I'm like, okay. So I'm going up to school and I'm over here thinking like, I'm about to look cool. I'm coming in this truck. I'm chilling. I can have my friends in here. And we can just do whatever. Mm-hmm. So I'm driving up and my mom, before she leaves, she goes, hey, drop off your little brother at middle school, and then you can go. I'm like, okay. And then just pick him after. I'm like, I got it. That's perfect. We drive up and I'm just bumping my music that I think is dope at the time. Mm-hmm. And like, there's this little hill that we're going up to get to the middle school. And as we're going up, I'm over here like just jamming. And then my little brother, he's just chilling. He's not really doing nothing. And at the top of the hill, you can't see what's over the hill, right? You have to kind of slow down to see like, oh, okay. You can actually see if there's another car or something. We go and I'm driving and I'm just in like my own zone. And then I end up hitting a car from behind. It was a van. It was this work van. And I go, oh, shit. And now one thing I forgot to say is that I don't have a license at the time.
Oh, no.
I'm driving illegally. And I'm so nervous. And also I'm not on the insurance at all.
How fast were you going?
I was going like 20 miles.
Oh, okay.
Like it wasn't like super, super fast, but it was like fast enough to just make a little dent. Nobody got hurt or nothing like that. And the guy was like, I need all your information right now. And I'm like, oh. And so, but what I ended up doing, I did give him like my ID information. He's like, okay, bet, whatever. But I left the scene. I left and I went to high school after I dropped off my little brother. So
He's like, nope.
yeah, and like he was like, here. I was like, hey, here's all my info. Here's this, and like I'm nervous because I'm like, nothing happened to my truck, to the truck that I drove, but the van had the dent, and it's a work van, so I'm like, oh shit, this is gonna be bad. So I called my mom, and my mom's like, oh my god, okay. Just go to school. Don't worry about it. I go to school, and at the time I have a cell phone. My cell phone starts ringing. It's the police. They're at the location. I ignore the call.
Oh my gosh, bro!
I ignore the call, right? And so I'm just like, I'm sweating in class. I'm like,
Fugitive.
yeah. I'm like, I'm going to jail. But so the rest of the day goes on. Nobody comes looking for me. No, nothing. I come home. My mom goes, go stay at your friend's house. And it's like 30 minutes from where we stay. And like, she's like, just go stay over there. Don't worry about it. My mom was a G. She was like, they don't know where you're at. I'm going to make sure you just stay over there. They don't know you. I'm going to tell you, I didn't see you. I didn't see nothing or whatever. And it all got avoided. Nothing happened. So I just hid out at my friend's house, and basically, the guy still reported on the accident, and it's fine. And I ended up getting put on the insurance and everything like that. But it all worked out fine. Like I didn't go to jail, I didn't get any ticket or anything like that.
Wow. My guy was riding dirty, man.
That's wild.
Wow.
Yeah,
so
it was really, really wild, bruh. If you could have seen me like in class,
Oh, I had a panic attack.
I was like,
Right.
Oh man.
I was waiting for like the intercom to go on. Can we get Elias to come down to the office? No. You know, or like cops come into the classroom or something.
Right.
But it was so funny. But I remember my mom was a G. She hid me from the police and everything.
Wow.
She was like, yeah, she was like, no, they're not gonna take you away. And then, you know,
Not my son, baby.
exactly. And so I hid away from the cops for like a few days while I was hanging out at my friend's house. Yeah, and it was fine. And then the guy was just like, no, just pay to repair my car. You know, it's fine. It didn't press no charges or nothing.
That's dope.
Yeah. And so and then it's so funny because I didn't realize at the time that she was hiding me from the cops because she was like, no, go hang out with your friends. She was like, yeah, go spend the night, a few days. And like
no clothes.
Nothing, just went, and it was like crazy. And then afterwards, it wasn't until later in life that I was like, oh, she was actually trying to protect me and stuff like that.
Yeah.
For me making my bad decision of driving and not paying attention while I'm driving.
Oh, moms.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
the
Halfway
things y'all
through,
go through.
I still thought it was going to turn into a relationship story for some reason.
No, and then
I hit the car, and the girl was beautiful who was driving.
That's hilarious. No. But yeah, that was I don't remember. I forgot about that, and I remember the trauma, and I was like, oh, remember that. Mm-hmm. But yeah. Do y'all have any stories? Or y'all good?
You reminded me of one actually.
Go
on.
Okay.
Jetty and the Jets.
It's not good. It's probably not even funny.
Jesus,
okay.
I'm ending on a depressing note.
Let's get ready.
I have one.
Really chose
I
loud.
can go after
You go
you
after me.
to like
Okay.
make it better.
So my dad picked me up from school, and we turn on this road, and there's a man on the side of the road kind of wobbling. So the man was drunk, and as we were driving, so my dad, he had like a truck, like a big truck, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you know the big trucks where the rear view, like the little side mirror, sticks out a bit.
It's super long, yeah.
Yeah. So we're just driving, and then we just hear this thump. So basically,
No.
and my dad was like, "What was that?" And I was like, "That was that guy." So,
Oh my God.
so the guy was drunk. You know, he was wobbling, and he got close to the road, and the side view mirror like hit him, knocked him down, kind of like knocked him out. So my dad, we pulled a Yui real quick. My dad's talking to the guy. The guy is like drunk, like
He's like super, like he's way.
gone.
He ain't feel
So
Yeah.
my dad's just kind of talking to him, you know, you okay? You okay? I'll take you to the hospital. You need to go anywhere? The guy's like, nah, man. My dad's like, well, what you need? What you need? He's like, just give me $20 in a ride.
Oh my God.
So my dad gives him $20. He gets in the car with us and gets in the truck with us, and my dad takes him where he was going.
Hey.
Wow.
And never saw the guy again.
He probably didn't feel any of that.
I know. He was like so gone. He felt it when he woke up, though. He was
Probably.
He probably had like a giant knot. He was like,
Oh my
damn, what did I
God.
do yesterday?
like, Jesus.
That was
Probably was his chance. This is my chance. Let me settle a little bit more.
oh my gosh.
It's $20 in this.
Just give me $20 in a ride, man.
That's
Y'all, where'd y'all
hilarious.
drop him off at?
I don't remember. Either his house or like a club or something. I'm not.
Not the
He
club.
was like, I'm about to go turn up.
Yeah.
You got $20 now.
Oh, he's like, I can get in. Wow. That's hilarious. You said you have one, man?
Yeah, so mine is the one I don't know if I talked about it on here. I've talked about it before, but we were talking for a while, and I'm a very suspicious person. For good reason, because I'm in a femme body. You're a man. I met you on the internet.
Sure.
Anyway, so first started dating, and then I think on our second date, he like brought me flowers because he forgot something, and I was just like, allegedly, you forgot something. You like that's what my brain was doing. I'm like, you pretended to forget something, and then you brought me these flowers because you're gonna kill me. Like that's just where I was.
Wow, that
going with it.
escalated
Literally,
quickly.
that's like how my brain works. And so I'm at work a couple days later talking about how I'm like, yeah, there's this guy. He's kind of nice. He was too nice. He's probably gonna like murder me. Like literally, I'm like saying this out loud at work. Talking, and then all my coworkers are like, maybe he's just nice. Like, are you insane? Like are you okay? And I'm like, but don't people get killed when they meet people on the internet? And they're like, he's just nice, and that's fine. And so we had a date coming up, And I like riled myself up so much that I was about to cancel on you. Actually, no, we did.
God.
I did cancel on you.
Did
I canceled. It was on a Sunday, and I was like, I can't, because you were like shooting it somewhere or something like that. And you're supposed to like come over and hang out, and I was like, yeah, we can't do that. I need to do something else, and I had canceled on it. I'm like, I'm gonna block his number after this, and then my coworkers just kept talking to me. They're like, it's fine for people to be nice. Like, this is like, it's okay. I know you met him on the internet. I know that's like scary for you, but he's just nice. And so I didn't block your number, and now we live together.
That's hilarious.
Aww, beautiful love story.
I know I've told it before because I thought she was a part of a cult.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Wow, guys.
Listen, because like this is how it always happened. It's like when I first went to her place. Well, no, she talked about her place on our second date, right? Mm-hmm. And I'll tell you, like. She was like, yeah, I live on this property that somebody owns. This guy owns it, and everybody, we all share a kitchen, share food. We all, do music together in a circle. And I was like, this sounds like a motherfucking cult. I was like, this is not good. And then she was like, yeah, they have a garden there, and they have all these animals. And I was like, this kind of sounded kind of suspicious. And then I think she showed me the place, and then I think she talked about the guy who owns the land. She's like, yeah, he has this long hair. He kind of looks like Jesus a little bit. I
didn't say that.
Or that's what it sounded like. And I was like, she's in a cult. And I was like, yeah, I think you had said something. I don't remember. It was something to the effect of like, yeah, he wears this all white robe and stuff. I swear.
I did not.
Swear.
You were making.
No. I'm dead serious.
Your brain was.
No, she was saying all that. And then I remember I saw like all the people like where she lived, and I was like, yo, they're about to probably take my kidney or something.
Oh my God.
They're probably about to do it. And, and I'm like, I think a part of me, because this was early on when we first started talking, and I was just like, maybe I shouldn't be talking to this woman because I don't want to end up in a bathtub full of ice.
Right.
And so it was super funny. But then a part of me, I remember there was one day where I made the decision to continue to talk because I was walking to my car, and I was like, okay, well, I'll see you later. I'll talk to you later. And I was walking, and then I was like, okay, Elias, you got a decision to make. You going to keep seeing this woman and take a chance? Or are you going to leave and go for safety?
We both had that moment of like, we could die.
Yeah.
Both were scared of each other.
Yeah, like.
And then I think a part of me was like, well, she seems kind of nice.
The Kool-Aid tasted okay.
Exactly. And then I ended up, we're here now. We're living in the same space together.
He did not have a white robe. He's a regular guy. His name's
Well,
Noah.
no, I think too because of like
Noah?
Yeah.
So
Noah?
community living, basically?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I lived on a community like.
I've never heard of that ever in my life. I never heard of that.
It's a
The
thing.
only place I heard of that was in cults, like on farms and shit. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I'm not going to end up in this one of these places. I thought she was going to try to convert me and all this stuff. Mm-hmm. But then I think too because of all the stuff she was into, like the spiritual stuff, and I was like, this is cult stuff. And I was like, this is all cult stuff. And so I was so used to meeting people who were just like, hey, this is what I believe in, versus like, oh, the stars and all this. And I was just like, that's bad news. But it ended up working out, so it was pretty fun.
Oh.
But yeah. Oh,
Beautiful love story.
I know. Beautiful, interesting. They should make a movie. But that's the Not All Here podcast. I really want to thank y'all for joining us, me, Jetty. If you guys want, can you tell everybody where they can find you? As far as like, do you want to promote anything, like your social media or anything you got going?
Sure. I have a blog on WordPress called Words with Fly. Also Instagram, kiz.nicole, TikTok, kiz.nicole, Twitter, kiz.nicole.
Okay, Jude?
Instagram, Jude Fresh the producer.
Jude Fresh, the producer. Hey, Jude, that's fresh.
Yes.
I am JRB, the producer, on all social media platforms. Follow me, but follow your dreams.
And
First.
find love.
You can do that after. Follow your dreams first.
Or you can chill.
Yeah.
My stuff is P the Feary. It's PeatheFeary. On all the things.
Also, make sure to check out her podcast, Cheat Codes with P.
Oh, yeah, I have a podcast.
Cheat codes with, sorry?
P. She
Got
codes
it.
with PEA.
Super dope podcast. Also, if you can, follow the Not All Here podcast on Instagram. Make sure if you're listening to us on Spotify, follow us, Apple Music, rate us and review us. Really helps us to reach out more listeners. Make sure to follow Cool Ass People, Cool ASS PPL, our personal pages. Mine is It's EZL. I know you said yours, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And hey, love yourself.
Yeah.
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 And we will catch y'all on the next one. Yo.
Bye.